High five. UFC's production staff deserve a large bonus after filming with Aspen Ladd, the UFC Vegas 32 fighter teases. The UFC production team is not being paid nearly enough to deal with Aspen Ladd and her dog, the UFC Vegas 32 fighter teases. There are two places you can find Ladd, in the Octagon or Hiking Mountains. Ladd, 9-1, catches up with ahead of her fight with Macy Chiasson, 7-1, at UFC Vegas 32, taking place at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, NV on Saturday, July 24 via ESPN+. During the interview, Ladd laughs about the dangers UFC's staff go through to film content with Ladd and her two dogs. My older dog is a pro at this point. She's been through so many shoots. But my puppy is 10 months old and is very protective. I think they deserve hazard pay between the hiking and Kyla wanting to eat them. It was a little special this last time, Ladd explains. They should start asking for a little bit extra when they come out here. He's great, but there are a couple of things we need to work on, she adds of her young husky. Like recall when he sees a bear, for example, because he chased one of those recently. Ladd also touches on Miesha Tate's return to action against Ladd's teammate, Marion Renault. That's a legend in the sport. It's definitely an interesting fight. It's something I haven't necessarily thought about yet because she announced her comeback and I was already booked. When I'm booked, that's the end of the world and the end of the road. There is nothing beyond that point, Ladd told MMA Mania. We'll see how that fight goes in a couple of other ones in my division and see what happens after mine. Ladd was scheduled to fight Juliana Pena in March of last year, however, Pena pulled out due to an injury and Ladd eventually fought Sarah McMahon. Pena eventually returned in October and lost to Germaine de Randamie before bouncing back against McMahon at UFC 257 on Jan. 24, 2021. Pena later dropped a promo and seemingly talked her way into a UFC women's bantamweight title fight despite being ranked below Ladd. That's the state of the UFC, Ladd says. Anybody who is willing to talk a little bit of ST and really be that person gets more attention. It's just a matter of if you want to do that. If you want to venture into that realm. It's not me, man. UFC Vegas 32 takes place at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, NV on Saturday, July 24. The ESPN Plus card is headlined by Corey Sandhagen vs. TJ Dillashaw in a fight that will likely determine the next contender for the UFC bantamweight title after Aljamain Sterling vs. Petr Yan 2. Punch the like button and kick the subscription bell.